Good morning. Welcome to the Worldcast 2025, where innovation meets inspiration. We're thrilled to have you with us today for an extraordinary experience.
We are students from Henry P. Becton Regional High School, and we are here to raise awareness about a critical global issue that's persisted for decades.
The problem is climate change, the long-term shifts in weather patterns. However, in the past few decades, anthropogenic activities have been speeding up the process beyond natural patterns, which disrupt the environment.
We are watching the effects of climate change right outside our homes in New Jersey. During the winters of 2019 and 2020, there used to be entire blankets of snow. Beginning in 2022, however, snowfall decreased to a minimum in the next 2 years. In fact, the Rutgers NJ Weather Network titled the winter of 23 to 24 as a lost winter.
The root of these problems is mainly the burning of fossil fuels for energy in both residential and industrial processes that release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
Agricultural processes also release dangerous amounts of methane, which is a stronger form of greenhouse gas.
Cutting down trees also reduces the only natural way of removing CO2 from the atmosphere, and the sequestered carbon gets released as well. These high levels of greenhouse gases trap more heat and increase the global temperature.
There are many types of climate around the world. These include tropical, dry, mild, continental, and polar climates. All these climates are being affected by climate change and global warming.
There are a number of geographical problems associated with climate change.
The melting of snowcaps and glacial ice in the poles are reshaping the surface of the Earth. Sudden melts cause flooding into natural ecosystems and avalanches.
To make matters worse, this melting is causing more flooding. Not only has inland flooding increased, but coastal flooding has doubled in recent years. Sea levels are expected to rise 0.5 meters in the next 30 years.
The increased moisture also causes larger and more extreme atmospheric rivers, meaning more turbulent weather and increased risk of more flooding from weather in certain areas.
The drought occurring from increased temperatures creeps upon unsuspecting Americans beginning in 2022. The entire country was ranked third warmest since 1895, with the majority of the regions receiving heat waves, while others experienced a significant increase in precipitation, such as Alaska. There has been a tremendous increase in the amount of billion-dollar disasters resulting from extreme weather conditions. Take a look at the increase from 2019 to 2024.
Habitats around the world are beginning to be destroyed from extreme weather conditions. These can become irreversible unless something is done about these issues.
Intense storms are destroying nesting sites and spreading disruptive invasive species everywhere. Unusual heat waves put pressure on organisms and lowers the carrying capacity of ecosystems.
Marine organisms are being affected by the destruction of their natural habitat, one of them being the coral reef. Coral reefs are becoming bleached or dying because of the increased temperatures. Ice caps are melting away year by year, reducing habitat space for Arctic and Antarctic species.
To make matters worse, the ocean is slowly becoming more acidic as it struggles to absorb all the extra carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This poses a problem to the majority of aquatic species.
Shifts in weather patterns and ocean currents create more chaos as migration patterns are disrupted.
There are such simple measures to tackle this issue of climate change, so let's discuss some of them.
First off, we can limit our use of fossil fuels by investing in clean and renewable energy, along with switching to sustainable transportation. For example, riding bikes, carpooling, and using public transportation.
Some other solutions are to reduce the amount of plastic that we use to the extent of protecting the oceans from being filled with plastic, along with protecting these oceans by limiting the amount of oil and carbon dioxide that enters the ocean.
The Meadowlands.
The Earth loves you. Now it's time to give back.
The Meadowlands is a general name for the large ecosystem of wetlands in northeastern New Jersey, hosting some of the most diverse and largest ecosystems in the United States. We spent countless hours observing the ecosystem there.
It used to be a landfill before people realized that we had to preserve nature. Teams of people worked together to restore the environment back to its original splendor.
The Meadowlands consists of 19,730 acres of land, which includes 8,400 acres of open, undeveloped land.
Many bird species, such as the northern harrier, black-crowned night heron, great blue heron, egrets, and tree swallows, inhabit the Meadowlands. It is also home to 22 out of 45 mammal species found in New Jersey.
There are also over 2,000 plant species found in the Meadowlands. These include the common reed, smooth cordgrass, switchgrass, wafer ash, and salt marsh bulrush.
Now, the efforts to restore the Meadowlands are being affected by climate change. Let's go deeper into what's happening in the Meadowlands. The effects of climate change, floods, and habitat loss are increased flooding, habitat loss and fragmentation, shoreline erosion, and reduced water quality.
Increased flooding in the Meadowlands increases the frequency of storms, causing more chronic flooding to occur, which disrupts the Meadowlands and its local infrastructure. To add on, historical data shows that extensive urbanization has led to the loss of wetlands, which are crucial for absorbing floodwaters and providing wildlife habitat.
Now we are going to move on to solutions for climate change, specifically to the New Jersey Meadowlands.
As said before, the Meadowlands includes wetlands, and one solution to climate change is to restore the wetlands. When the wetlands are restored, they can absorb floodwaters to protect against and filter runoff.
Another solution is green infrastructure. A simple thing that anyone can do to help reduce climate change is to create a rain garden. These would help reduce flooding and manage stormwater. We'll talk about more home solutions in a minute.
In addition to rain gardens, permeable pavements can also play a part in managing stormwater runoff and can help reduce flooding.
Finally, coastal protections such as constable barriers, which are tidal marshes and oyster reefs, can counter rising sea levels in addition to sustainable farming practices, which can prevent pollution and protect the Meadowlands.
Climate change may seem like a huge global issue that requires big solutions, but there are simple changes we can make at home to help reduce our environmental impact.
First, consider installing solar panels on the roof of your home. Solar panels can lower your electricity bill while also generating extra energy that can be sold back to the grid. Over time, this clean energy source can help reduce reliance on fossil fuels.
Next, limit water and electricity usage wherever you can. Being mindful of when you leave lights on, run water, or use appliances can make a big difference. Small actions like turning off the faucet while brushing your teeth or unplugging devices when not in use can add up to big energy saving.
Another great way to help, walk or run instead of driving. Not only does this reduce carbon emissions, but also boosts heart health and gives you a sense of accomplishment. Plus, let's be honest, running can be fun.
Finally, try planting your own personal garden. Whether you're growing flowers, herbs, or vegetables, a garden adds natural beauty to your home while also helping the environment. Plus, growing your own food means fresher, healthier meals. Small changes at home can make a big impact. Together, we can all do our part to help protect the planet.
Thank you all for this opportunity, and we hope you have enjoyed and learned from this global presentation that we are really passionate for.